All right, Shalom. This is your brother Shamar from the Phoenix camp. And with that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the brothers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. Jump right into the lesson. This is Proverbs 15 and 18. And it says, A wrathful man stirreth up strife, but he that is slow to anger appeases strife. Look at that word of strife, contention. So as we do our walk among these heathen and these 2/3 and these Edomites, you got to be very circumspect of how you deal with people, man. Because we're in the days of the love of many turning cold. Ultimately the Lord protects us, but you got to strive to live peaceably with all men. So you can't let the bullshit and the arrogancies and the self-entitlements of these Edomites and these 2/3 and the demons that they have, you can't let them affect you, man. You got to rule your spirit, because I run into situations like that, during the course of my work week, man. And these people, they got heavy demons on them. And what you got to understand is that these demons that these people got, they're here. Their whole job is to rile you up, man. To test your patience, to test your ruling of your own spirit. And plus, you can't be an emotional person. It's truth. And one of the emotions that we have to learn to control, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, is having a temper, man. The scriptures talk about a man ruling his spirit. I'm gonna get that real quick. This is Proverbs 16 and 32, and it says, "He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty." So, a man that calculates his actions, a man that doesn't fly off the handle just because somebody said something that he didn't like, is a man that's mighty. That's what a real prince of the power would do. He will calculate his every move. He will base his decisions. He will base his actions on knowledge, wisdom, understanding, not on emotion. And because that's what a woman does. A woman makes her decisions based on emotion, man. And there's a heavy feminine spirit here in Babylon, aka America, that dictates people to act like that. And as we come into this truth, most of us were raised by our mothers, and you learn to get angry. You learn to be angry. You learn to have a short patience. But now we have to learn to be men and rule our spirit, man. That's just part of the program. That's just part of a Yahweh Shai way. There's times where you got to show anger. Yahweh Shai, he flipped the tables over, and he made himself a little whip for them in the temple right there. But that's not really showing anger. That was you just chastising, their disrespect. But you best believe that when he did that, he was in the spirit of doing it. It wasn't, and he calculated that he did that. He didn't fly off the handle for no reason. He had a reason for that. For the most part, he was he kept his composure about him, man. No matter what people said to him, he answered them back with knowledge, wisdom, understanding. And he confounded them. But again, the scriptures repeatedly say that you got to be a man that rules your spirit, man. I'm just gonna get a few scriptures that say that. Well, this is go back to this one right here, Proverbs 16 and 32. It says, He that's slow to anger is better than the mighty. And there's gonna be a lot of shit that's gonna push your buttons, man. In this truth, there's gonna be a lot of demons that's trying to push your buttons, and they're gonna take the form of people that people that you're close to. It could be a woman. It could be your boss. It could be your coworkers, so on and so forth, man. It could be just random, everyday people. So we have to walk circumspectly in the things that we do and the words that we say. We got to use wisdom. We got to be wise as a serpent, moving around these this land of confusion that we call America, man. It says, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, he that ruleth spirit than he that taketh his city, man. So that makes you a real, that's the real ruling mentality, kingship mentality. You know, like the other apostle likes to call it, the ruling mentality. I think that's what he said. It's something similar to that. That highness king mentality, man. That's what that is right there. You know, of course, there's situations where you have to show force anger. You have to show force, your displeasure in people and things, just to get your point across. You know, but for the most part, you have to be a man, that knows how to hold his composure, a man that calculates his actions. I'm gonna get James 3:14. This is James 3:14, and it says let's see, I'll start at verse 13. It says, "Who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you?" So it's talking about a wise man. "Let him show out of good conversations." Get the word conversation. I think it's the word conduct. Yeah, conduct. His works is meekness of wisdom. So that's a man that keeps a composure, that controls his spirit. He has a good conduct about himself, man. That's what a wise man does. It says verse 14, "But if you have bitter envy and strife," what does bitter envy and strife come from? It comes from acting upon your emotions and not acting upon wisdom, not acting upon common sense, man. That's what it comes from. It said, "But yeah, bitter envy and strife for your hearts, glory not." Let's get the word glory. "Do not boast, and lie not against the truth. For wisdom descendeth not from above." This wisdom, that's the wisdom of this world, Salakia. This wisdom descendeth not from above. That's how the world acts. But it's earthly, sensual, devilish. Get the word devilish. Demonic. So that's a demonic spirit, man. A person that's quick to just go off their emotions. That's why I said you got to be careful, because these people got demons on them. There's a demonic spirit on them to act this way. There's a demonic spirit on them to just fly out the fucking handle, man. All petty shit. You know, some dude cut him off, so he shoots some motherfucker, man. There's not a situation like that. That's a demonic spirit that's going out in this world, man. That's why the scripture says that love of man shall wax worse and worse, man. And that's what's going on right now. People's out of fucking control. In order to maintain yourself as a man that's true, you got to be circumspect of that. You got to be aware of that situation. You got to be aware of those things. So you got to be a wise man. You got to show a meekness of wisdom. You got to show good conversation, good conduct. You got to control your spirit. It says, "For where envy and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work." Envy and strife is the outcome of acting upon your emotions. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. That's the mentality that we're striving for, man. Ruling mentality. The man that keeps his composure, that knows that's about his business in every way possible. That's what we strive to grow to, man. I'm gonna get a few more scriptures. Let me see here. And superfluity. Get the word that superfluity. Salak. Abundance of naughtiness, and receive with meekness, then grant the words able to save your souls. So how do you lay apart filthiness and superfluity? How do you do that? By controlling your emotions, by having discipline over your emotions, over your reactions. There's a saying that you can't control what happens to you, but you can control your reaction to it. And the best way to control it is through the scriptures. Is acting according to the scriptures, man. So I'm gonna get I think it's First Timothy 3:1. It describes the office of a bishop or the office of a man of the Lord. This is First Timothy 3:1. It says, "This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop basically means an overseer of the church, overseer of the word. That's essentially what we are in this truth, man. No matter what your position or rank in this truth, you are given a responsibility over the word. You are given a portion of the word that you're responsible to multiply and increase. It said a bishop then must be then blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior. So you gotta, if you're a good behavior, you're not gonna be flying out the fucking handle. You're gonna control your mentality. You're gonna control your mental state. You're gonna control your reaction to things. Given to hospitality, apt to teach. Not given to wine nor striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous. So this is but not a brawler, not covetous, not greedy of filthy lucre, no striker. And he's not going to be that way because he's going to have control of his emotions. One that ruleth well his own house. Once again, that goes to controlling your emotions, controlling, having discipline, ruling your spirit, having his children in subjection with all gravity. If a man know not how to rule his own house, how should he take care of the church of Yahweh? And also your house is your spirit, because our bodies are houses. So you got to rule your own house. You got to rule your own self, you know? So that's what that is, man. This is just something I meditate upon, because I see people just acting fucking nuts out here, man, for no reason, just getting all hot and bothered for stupid little things, making a big deal about petty little things, man. At the end of the day, it just makes them look like a fucking fool. But with that being said, man, just a real quick lesson. Most High it was edifying. But instead, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakadash, Kahala, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let's keep on pushing. Shalom.